So in a shocking move, ARK Invest actually bought more Tesla stock, this time for $27 million and likely more buying to come. ARK has been selling Tesla over the last year, so why are they now done an about face and loading up? Let's explore some of those reasons. We got Larry Goldberg here with us, and he's a multi-entrepreneur, and he's been following ARK Invest, as many of us have been, for the last year. What did you think when you first heard that news, Larry?
Not surprised. ARK trades. ARK, it's a fund, but it's also an ETF fund, but it's also a trader. And so they tend to trade, and they've done pretty well out of their trading on Tesla stock. Now, as much as I'm a fan of Cathie Woods, and as much as I'm a fan of that organization and its researchers who are second to none and who share openly their research, which is quite amazing, I also, am puzzled by some of their investments and some of their timing. But very successful firm. I think that they missed an opportunity to load up on Tesla stock, right at the bottom. I think they're probably buying now in preparation for the new year. The new year really promises some very significant moves by Tesla with the realization of the Cybertruck, conversion of the Halo into really fairly significant sales, the announcement of the Model 2, and I think, or next gen. So I think Cathie Wood and the team really realized that the moment has come, or the moment is going to come during the course of the coming year or so. So that's what I think is happening right now.
Let me report that news. Alexander Mertz, Tesla Boomer Mama, she really does follow ARK quite a bit. In fact, she reports on it every single, I think once a week, or certainly every day. So she says that ARK bought more Tesla for $27 million. ARK has several different funds. The ARK KK, ARKK1, they bought it for $23 million. So they used to be at 7.33% Tesla as part of their portfolio. Now it's 7.5%. It could move from number 3 to number 2 position in the ARKK fund. In the ARKW, they bought $4 million worth. So now instead of 4.56, it's now 4.75%. And it's still number 5 position in that fund. And
yeah, they have been as high as 11%. I think they try and maintain no higher than 10%, but they've been at that 10 and over mark in the past.
That's right. And that's part of their problem. Yeah. So their issue, as Alexander did a full expose on them one time, their issue is that they have this rule of 10%. And then the problem is that they have all these other smaller stocks as well. And so when the smaller stocks, when they do well, they have to sell. When Tesla does well, they have to sell Tesla. So they always have to sell Tesla no matter what's happening. And that's like this weird dynamic. So so she had this point here, and then she's, oops, sorry. So her thoughts were, so why are they doing this? And are they going to buy more, Larry? So they said here that usually they dollar cost average into a position. So this could be the first day of many. Maybe this is what they're doing, just kind of starting this now. And it is the end of the year. So Alexander was saying maybe they're just cleaning up the portfolio for the year end. There's 6 trading days left. And then the other thing that's interesting is Cathie Wood has announced that she's going to do an X Space with Elon. So she is going to be able to interview Elon. Maybe there's something more to do with that. What's your guesses of what might be happening here?
Well, where I part company with ARK Invest is on the, they have a high confidence in cyber. I don't. I'm too old for cyber, and I disagree with some of their positions in cyber. I just hope that that they're not going to talk with Elon about cyber. I hope they're going to focus on Tesla, on AI, and on X.
Sorry, XAI. What do you mean by cyber? I thought you were referring to, what are you referring to about cyber?
I'm sorry, did I say cyber? I mean, the so-called modern currency.
Oh,
So
crypto. Yeah.
I'm talking about, I'm talking about crypto. So they have a focus
Gotcha.
on crypto. I just,
Yeah.
I'd part company with them on this modern currency
Yeah.
and the need, not necessarily the need for crypto, but I have a great respect for Bitcoin, but I find most of the other coins, all the other coins, including Ether, I don't have much confidence in them. And the problem with Bitcoin is, security, and the problem of the wallet, and the problem of maintaining it. So I don't have a lot of confidence in that. And I just hope we don't spend a lot of time with Elon on that subject in the interview.
Right. It looks like that she sent out an next post saying, "Hey, I'm going to interview Elon. What questions do you want to do? We're going to talk about space. I think they're going to talk about X, and of
And
course
XAI.
AI. Yeah. So AI for sure. She's going to talk about robotaxi. That's the big research, and they bet that's where their big bet is. What's interesting about ARK Invest is their vast thesis for Tesla, and they're one of the biggest bulls, is on robotaxi, and of course it hasn't come to fruition, but they haven't yet added bot or AI. So I'm wondering if that's why they're buying now, is they're realizing that Tesla is an AI company, and that is one of the major topics they're going to talk about.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of their end of year, a lot of their research for next year coming out early next year. And I think you'll see in that research a focus on XAI, a focus on Dojo. Certainly in following them and following their analysts as I do, and listening to some of them and reading some of their material and listening to some of their podcasts, I think they're very high on all of those three subjects. And so I think that you're going to see a lot more conversation and mention about Tesla in that conversation. And hopefully we'll see something about XAI and XAI and Tesla emerge, because I'm hoping that there's some exchange of shares between those two companies in the coming year.
I'm a big believer and hopeful for that as well, that Tesla investors should get a piece of XAI shares as well. And then certainly we're going to see Grok embedded in the cars. It's going to be embedded in the bots. Did you see this? There was a job description in the career page of Tesla, and then there was a line about Dojo as a service. They didn't exactly say Dojo service, but we need to build APIs, global APIs that's going to bring Dojo to the masses.
But Elon did say in the last shareholder call, earnings call, he did mention Dojo as a service. So there's no doubt in my mind that that's on their mind. But we're a year away from anything like that in the business side, maybe more than a year away.
So this is great. Cathie Wood buying more Tesla. It's a small little thing. It's not a huge purchase, but it's just a little bit of a reversal from what they've done for the last year. You also said something about how ARK Invest is not just an investor; they also trade. Tell me more about that.
They do, and they've made quite a lot of money in the past trading. They will sell when they think Tesla's a little bit beyond the number that they think the market is going to be comfortable with, and they will buy it back when that number is below what they think is, the current market assessment.
Well, they
do trade.
They completely called NVIDIA wrong, right? Just completely sold it just before.
Should it? And I think I think it's fair to be critical of some of their buys. I don't understand their investment. For example, DocuSign, I was very uncomfortable with that investment. Their investment in Zoom, I like the product, I like the company, but way overvalued. And I think their valuation of it was, way over their skis. So, you can't win them all. I do say this, that I have very, very high respect for their work in the biotech, and I'm I'm invested in their biotech fund because I don't understand that field at all, and I feel they have a grasp on it. I think it has real potential to realize, unrealized value. So I'm excited about that. And I do like their valuation model of Tesla. A lot of people criticize the Monte Carlo method. I think the Monte Carlo method is one of the best tools to do a valuation of a company. It's fairly misunderstood. People actually take the extreme cases at the end of each tail, and they take that line item and say, look how ridiculous this number is. Well, of course it's ridiculous. That's what probabilities do at the long end of the tail. So I have a lot of respect for them, and their research is fantastic. Their research on AI, I mean, it's really, really top of the line. Best in the market by far.
Okay, well, so they've called it wrong, right? Unfortunately. So if you had invested in their stock 5-10 years ago, you'd be underwater today. But their thesis is disruptive innovations, and so there's going to be losses, and then maybe if one hits, it's going to be massive. And so for us Tesla investors, we shake our heads like, why would you sell Tesla? Of course, it's been flat, it's been done, but if they start buying now, then maybe they can redeem themselves when Tesla eventually skyrockets back up again.
If they didn't have the 10% limit on their fund, they'd be in very, very good position right now.
Like Ron Barron. That's exactly what Ron Barron did. He went back to his shareholders. Apparently,
I'm invested in his founders fund. I think that it's the best fund in the market right now. No questions about it. I love that fund, and I love him as an investor.
So folks who are interested, I actually did an interview with Alexander Mertz, and she reviewed the who are the big whale institutional investors who are investing in Tesla, Ron Barron, ARK Invest, and others, and you can learn more about that. This is
you
great.
Should bring Ron Barron on. You should bring Ron Barron on. That would be a really good conversation.
I would love to do that. Yes, I've been able to get ARK Invest, Cathie Wood, not Cathie Wood, but Tasha Keeney. And I've had almost anybody who appears in CNBC. They've now appeared on this show too. So it's starting to happen, and they're scheduled a few more.
Well, so, I'll petition Ron to come on your show.
If you can, please. Yeah. Larry, you're amazing. And so I'm very, very fortunate. We all are to have you be able to share your knowledge once a week. So thank you for doing that again. Follow Larry on X at Tesla Larry. I've created a website that is the most comprehensive resource for the Tesla investor. Please check it out. Simply go to my website at herbertong.com.